So welcome back everybody to a brand new GTA Online Mercenaries DLC vehicle review and customization video, and today we're going to be going through the only supercar that we actually got with the Mercenaries DLC, and it's based off the Ferrari Roma. Now I'm going to just quickly check what the car is in game, and it's the Grotti Itali GTO. I think it's Stinger TT. So it's a pretty expensive one, as you could actually see there, $2.38 million. So hopefully this car is good. I haven't seen any other videos on this car, so hopefully you guys do enjoy. Smash that like button and let's get straight into this. So we are going to quickly drive along to the customization shop and really get a feel for how this car is stock. Now, first and foremost, we have this spoiler that I think goes up when we come past 70 miles an hour. As you can see, it's a pretty ugly. I mean, it's like a little bench, a little picnic bench or something on the back there. Not a huge fan of that, but we're going to head a little scenic route to the customization shop, the LS Customs. Now, I'm going to try out the handling here. Seems okay. I mean, the road is pretty wide, so we can't really test that here, but we will test that later in the video, test out all those sort of performance related stats. But in the one that really matters, in my opinion, the looks, I think it actually looks pretty nice. But we're going to get rid of this orange accent on the back, as that does look pretty terrible. So let's just get into the customization portion of this video real fast, and we'll get it out of the way. So we'll max out the armor. I don't see why we shouldn't be doing that. Put the max brakes on as well, and let's go on to the visual customization. The first visual customization options. So for the front bumper, I think not much change there really. I think that's just adds a bit of carbon, as it says. We'll go with the carbon because you can never have too much carbon. Then we've got the carbon diffuser, very simple, doesn't change the shape that much. Race diffuser makes it much larger. Carbon race diffuser. So, that actually looks quite good, that one there, the carbon GT diffuser. And that's all the options we actually got. I mean, it's not great if we're gonna be real. I think we're gonna go with the carbon race diffuser. I'm not a big fan of this one, and just because I don't like those random little metal wires that almost bloody scrap wires attaching it to the bumper. Not a huge fan of that, so we'll go the carbon race diffuser there. And let's move on to the engine. We'll max that out, of course. We're getting low on money though, only 3 million left, not much. We're gonna go down. Let's see the exhaust now. So we've got the stock titanium, not a big fan, doesn't contrast well with the red paint that we currently have on it, although we might change that. We'll go the round exhaust potentially. Not really my thing either. We've got dual round exhaust, so we've actually got quad exhaust in total. That looks pretty nice, although it looks like it's actually clipping through that mesh thing at the back. Not a huge fan of that. The dual race, quad again, quad copper. Performance exhaust look actually really good. I'm a really big fan of those ones. Might have to go with those. And that is all the options we have. So I think we'll go with the performance exhaust, $10,500 for those bad boys. We're gonna go straight to the grille. And as you can see here, pretty nice grille already. We've got the aftermarket grille, which almost makes it look like the car is actually smiling at you with these two black bits here, and then the big smile in the middle. That's kind of goofy. So we've got chrome aftermarket, got the sports grille, which adds this definite smile there. It's chrome sports grille, GT grille. Oh, the GT grille actually looks really nice. But I think we're going to go with the carbon GT grille. Is that, as I said earlier, you can never have too much carbon. So we're going to head over to the hood now, and let's just see what we've got. We've got this carbon hood, which, I mean, I don't think it really works on some supercar like this. I think we need to keep it smooth and clean. So we've got the street hood, adds these little intakes, I think. Or I'm pretty sure. And this bump in the middle. Got secondary street hood, got carbon. The aftermarket hood adds this nice bar down the middle. Actually quite a big fan of that. Then we've got the carbon variant, and then we've got the vanity hood, which we can see the engine bay. Then we've got secondary, carbon vanity, the racing hood, which adds this carbon intake. Is it one big intake, or is it just a bump? I can't really tell. And then we've got the carbon racing hood, GT hood. Not a big fan of the carbon on the hood though, which kind of contradicts what I said earlier with the too much carbon statement. But I mean, I think we're gonna go with the aftermarket hood. Adds that nice lip or whatever down the middle. Looks pretty nice. We're gonna go with that. Lights, we're gonna go with the xenon lights, and then we're gonna leave the neon kit for now. We might go back to it if we think that's appropriate. So we've got white stripes down the middle. looks pretty good with this the current paint job. We've got blue stripes, which with the red, no, but I think with another color that actually might work pretty well. Got this red stripe, which we can't really see that much, it's quite faint, but if we do keep it red, we might actually go with this because it's like it's slightly different, adds a bit more color depth to the car. We got this yellow stripe with the black around the side, the black borders, pretty good also. We've got Italian stripes, which they look really good on this car. If we can get rid of this like shitty orange on the back, and is there orange on the front? I think I saw other orange. Maybe not, maybe it's just orange on this like rear spoiler bit. But whatever, this looks really good with the red. So we're going to keep this one in mind. Got the rally division stripes. I don't really know why we have a rally sticker on a supercar. That's kind of dumb. Got the '07 racing badge or sticker. Looks pretty good, this one. Quite simple, quite clean. Don't get how they're charging $24,000 for it though. What a scam. We've got this like digital camo. Looks pretty good. It's kind of Christmas colored apart from the like strange color, like it's like almost like cream with like forest green and red. Probably not a huge fan of that. And fadeaway, which is half and half with these like little pixels or whatever. Looks like some like Premiere Pro transition or some bloody PowerPoint transitions, so not gonna go with that one. We got Narc 20, which is another one. Not a big fan of this random Ron oil or the Narc on it, so I'm not really gonna go with that. And then we have camo, so that's all the ones we get to choose from. And I think we're gonna go with the classic Italian stripes. Looks great, also matches the headrest, as you can see there, also matches the badge at the front, just looks very good. So let's go with the plate. I think we're gonna just go with the bottom plate. I don't really care for this. I couldn't be bothered getting all the custom plates. I know they added them a while back, but I just couldn't be bothered doing them. But now we have the color. Now I don't think I'm going to change too much about the color. I think I'm already set on red. However, we are going to go for the options just to be sure, because we could have our minds opened. Like we could have a different type of red. Like we have this classic red with this almost like orange bit. We could have cast iron silver, which by the way looks really good, but I think there's no chance we can't go for red. We'll go for Formula Red. Then for the pearlescent, we already have Torino Red as the pearlescent, but I think we could go for either nothing or just black. Yeah, because this is just keeps it as a classic red. Or we could go for a maybe a slight bit of silver there, makes it a nice little shine. We'll go with a little bit of silver. That makes it look in some parts a bit more pinky than red, but you know, I don't care. I think that actually looks pretty good. Then for the secondary color, I think we are going to make it, oh, actually with the white looks pretty good having that on the back. Or are we going to go with black? I think we'll go with black because that more just blends in a lot more. We don't want it to be too flashy there. Then for the trim inside, I think it'll look good if we have a matching red. So let's go with the Grace Red. Next up, we have the skirts. Now, once again, we don't want anything too flashy. We want something that will blend in nicely. Like these ones here are really good. This carbon street skirt for $14,000 looked really nice. Doesn't poke out too much because that's not what we don't want. We don't want the car to be super wide. We've got the race skirts as well, which add these little, I don't know what, like inverted wings sort of, or lips, which do look pretty nice as well. Got the carbon variant, looks pretty good. I mean, here we're now getting some better options. I mean, these, yeah, like these are too extreme. We're not gonna go with this size. I think we're just gonna go with the non-wing. We're just gonna go with carbon skirt. It's gonna be super boring, I know, but you know, we want to keep the car looking nice and fresh. Now we've got the fin splitters at the front. I don't think we're going to go with anything too crazy once again. I mean, we could go with something like a carbon race splitter, which I think we're going to do. But let's just check. Is there anything else we could go for? Yeah, once again, the stupid wires on the front. We're not going to be doing that. So, and now we are at the spoiler. Now, we already have this like spoiler that goes up after 70 miles an hour. So, I'm not too sure if I really want to add something like this or probably big wings like this. Like that looks like actually terrible. That's like the Forza Horizon 3 like standard spoiler you could add to every car. Looks pretty terrible. I mean, the wings themselves are actually pretty good. They would look good on other cars, just not on this real nice. This is going to be a future classic, I just know it. I know some people really don't like the Ferrari Roma in real life, but I think this one looks absolutely, well, it looks really, really good. Then we're going to go down to sun strips here, and I mean, I think actually adding that extra bit of red could be pretty nice. Yeah, we're going to add the primary sun strip there. Suspension, I think we're going to lower it down. That, yeah, it looks much better, much more aggressive. Max out that transmission as well. I don't think we're going to add a turbo because I'm not a huge fan of that turbo noise on cars like this, because I'm pretty sure the Ferrari Roma is not a turbocharged vehicle. Now for the wheels, I think we can definitely do better than these stock wheels. They look super plain and boring. You could see these on any car. And then we still have those locked. I think we're gonna go with the high fives. Once again, another pretty boring choice. However, I don't really care. But I think this may not be as simple to choose a color. I think we're actually going to go with black steel rather than a complete black, which I usually go for, just because I think the black steel actually is a bit more subtle and still makes the car look classy. This is a bit more like super aggressive color. I think this is a bit more like less in your face. So we're going to go with that. Then for the tires, I don't think we're going to have anything on those. Yeah, we're not. We'll put some bulletproof tires on those. And then for the windows, I think we're gonna go for a little light smoke. We don't need anything too crazy on this. And then I said earlier we would go back to the lights and maybe add something, but I don't think we're gonna do that today. So this is the complete customization for this Ferrari Roma, and I am pretty impressed with this. Now, it doesn't look like much compared to the stock one. It looks pretty similar, if I'm gonna be honest, apart from the big stripe and this. I'm starting to regret my decision for this like splitter at the back. It looks a bit too big. However, I still think this car is going to be great, and it was a great decision adding that black spoiler, by the way. It looks much better. But we're going to test this vehicle out. I'm going to drive it about for a little bit, not really an official test, and just give you an overall review, very short review on this car. So let me cut to when I have my conclusion. So guys, I think I have actually came to a conclusion, and I think my conclusion of this car is actually really positive. I didn't know this until I did a little bit of research just off camera, that this is actually in the sports car category. Initially, I thought it was actually a supercar, and I was like, man, this seems a bit expensive. But in matter of fact, it's in the sports car category. Now it's 2.3 million. I can't remember. I think it's either 2.3 or 2.8. You guys can correct me down in the comment section. But for a car in the sports car class, it feels really fast. Now I also own the other Grotti car in the sports car class, and that one is really fast. That's one of the fastest in the entire game. And I personally feel this either feels on par in terms of speed and handling to that, or maybe even a bit better. Now, I'm not claiming this is the fastest car in the sports car category because I'm not entirely sure and I can't confirm that yet. However, it does feel really good. I mean, the handling is good, the braking is pretty responsive. Okay, there's maniac drivers like that, even though we blew the red light, but either way, the handling is pretty good, the acceleration is good. The top speed is really good. It feels in the region of maybe 130, 135 maybe. I'll have to check after this video is fully done, and I'll make a shorts video, which, by the way, check out my shorts content if you haven't already. That is great stuff there and helps support the channel. And also with this vehicle, if we go into the interior, yes, it does look like, you know, a bog standard GTA interior from the Grotti brand. But I think Grotti do the best interiors. Rockstar do a really good job with the Grotti interiors, and I do believe that Rockstar should be being more creative with their interiors, adding some new ones, just like they did in the brand new jet, the brand new fighter jet. They added a new style interior for that, so I don't see why they can't do it for the we only got 7 new vehicles on release day, on launch day, which, you know, I'm very grateful for, but perhaps they could put some more effort into, you know, redesigning them, making them more modern, because come on, I mean, if you're buying a supercar, or, well, sports car in this case, but it's really a supercar in 2023, you'd be expecting more than, you know, this kind of strange looking plastic steering wheel and everything. But either way, I think this car is really good, and I think if you guys do have the money for it, you should be definitely buying it, as it will be competing in the sports car category races, probably up there in first, second, third position as the fastest car in the sports car category. So if you have the money, guys, definitely buy it, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Quite a long one today, but, you know, we took our time with the customization, and that's another thing I'd actually say. Customization wise, a little lackluster in terms of how many options we had. We didn't have that many for the bumpers, and the hood maybe had 10 options max. So I hope in the next DLC or coming into GTA 6, there is more customization options on more cars, especially when they have removed so many cars from the game, which I think is a terrible decision. But thanks for watching, guys, and like always, guys, take care everyone, and have a great day.